In this video, I'm going to explain how to use the vector editor. So, we all know there's two ways to make something in Scratch. Vector, which is incredibly sharp and stays at 4K every time you zoom in because the curves are meant to find each other by math, so they stay perfectly sharp. And then there's bitmap, which is made by pixels and doesn't and it doesn't stay very sharp. So look, if I draw a line and then convert it to bitmap, it looks like these pixels over here, and it doesn't stay very sharp as vector. So in this video I'm going to show you how to use the official vector editor. So we all know there's two editors, one for vector and one for bitmap. But what we didn't know is how to use it and when you want to use it. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, when you make another thing, it opens it as vector mode, and when you upload something, in as SVG, it opens in vector mode. But if it's PNG or JPG, it's gonna convert to bitmap. But with Scratch Islands and having the HD image upload, and then HD and then M, HD M, HD, and then the PNG, it will open it as bitmap. So first, we're going to use the cursor one. So first, make a shape, and then you can move ragged as this, resize it, and make it like that. And then now you can move it, rotate it, Shionia, and center the shape if it's necessary. And then when you make a shape, and now let's move on to the next one. The reshape tool. So first you need to make a shape, and then in the reshape tool you can edit the points. You can make it as curved as possible. And look, these are thorns. We're going to talk about these later and how to fix them. And then if your selected has thorns, there's a fix for this. First click export, and then open with Notepad, and then you can meter, and you can watch meter and change it to round, or use the replace stroke line equal to meter, and then stroke line join equal to round, and then replace all, and then save, and then upload, and then you'll see that the thorns are gone. This is a really fix for this, because first, if you don't want very curved things, or the thorns are disturbing you, you can make them rounded. This fixes the thorns by making them rounded, and it's a very easy fix. Note, you make another things, it will still stay as meter. So every time you need to change it, just Yes, you need export and blah 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 blah. And so let's move to the paintbrush tool. This paintbrush tool can do like things that are materialistic. And also they are set as matter. Everything that's wrong, it will stay forever as matter unless you need it to do. And if you see on the stage that is cut down, so just do this and then this, and it's so normal. So now let's move to other tool, the eraser. First, you draw a nice shape with this, and then find the eraser and do this. This looks like cheese. And it's made with just one rectangle. And this is from the same shape, just that it's powers that. You put it apart from the normal shape, it stays like that. So the eraser erases everything, but it doesn't erase bitmap things. Well, alright, bitmap things. It only erases vector things, because bitmaps has its own one, so it's jagged, but the vector one, it's curved. So let's move on to the fill tool. Imagine you gave like a lot of costumes, but you wanted to change its outline color, but not use this. So just do this and this and this. It only fills the outline or the fill of the shape. So now let's move to a text tool. The text tool is a tool that you can make letters and choose some of the fonts and type whatever you want. Now let's move to the line tool. In the line tool, no lines are present until you create one. And it makes a line. And you can make cursed things with this. It's like round at first, but then if you add a second one, you know that it's now set to meter. And it just supports and then you can make even cursed things. To make it like that, you just need the reshape tool and like that. Oh, and you want like things and then set to back, and now you have your open-handed thing. Now let's move to the circle one. The circle tool makes a circle with 4 lines, 4 curved lines. And if you make it pointed, it will become a rectangle, and if you make it curved, it will become a circle. One cool thing about circles though is that it also has thorns. Look. It looks like that. Because it's also set to meter, even because it has curved points. Like these curved things, and it also has thorns because it's a tomato. Now lastly, let's move to the rectangle tool. The rectangle tool is the tool that makes a rectangle or a square and it also it's set to matter. So if you want things to settle, sometimes matter it's important, sometimes round is the winner, and sometimes bevel the winner. So what makes the square super interesting than the others is its ability to make things and it's also set to matter. And now let's talk about keyword shortcuts. First, what are keyword shortcuts? So, keyword shortcuts are shortcuts that simplify things. Because there are some things you might need to know. So, first, Control C. It makes a copy of the square. So, first, let's see. You've drawn a nice circle, and you want it to be the same size as the other. You can do that by duplicating, or you don't like duplicating and you can do the other stuff, but it's kind of time consuming. So what you're gonna do is Ctrl C and it's copied, and now Ctrl B is pasted and Ctrl B, and now it's nice and almost as the original one. And now the shift combinations. So shift plus rectangle, a square shift plus circles, circle. So, otherwise you'll get an oval or a rectangle. Shift plus line 45 degrees. Shift plus point. It does stuff normally you won't do. Or it makes it at 45 degrees. And shift plus this, it rotates 45 degrees. Shift plus resize it anything as one. Shift plus this, nothing. And that and the bitmap. White, shift plus this, and it's now like that. But it doesn't work in vector things. So it doesn't work. And now the odd combinations. Output this, it stays at the center. O plus this, it stays always on the center. O plus this, it stays on the center. O plus this, it stays on the center. And O plus this, it stays on the center. And O plus this, nothing. And that's all for this video. If you like this video, go check out the other videos and subscribe to El Fulanico. Bye.